of hands from those who believe that your body is made of carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur, maybe chlorine, fluorine, and a few more elements which at least I forgot memorizing after my class 12? Yes? For those of you who are still doubtful about this question, that uncertainty feels right. For these were the same conditions under which this draft was formed. A very warm good evening, everyone. I'm Nancy Srivastava, and I'm here to talk about something that is unfinished, something that is still taking shape. A draft in elements. I call myself a draft because I'll tell you, a few days back, when I sat down to begin writing my speech, I caught myself laughing out really loud at some of my jokes which people never understood, and at some of those lines, they call them jokes, which landed exceptionally well with the public, but I could never understand. And to be honest, I still do not understand them. So while I was recollecting these moments and laughing, those reflections dragged me into a deeper thought. Just a few days back, what if I had taken just that one incident more seriously? Maybe. Would things have turned out better? Would we have reached a different stage altogether? But unfortunately, though I do not stay in the stage for a very long time, so few seconds later, it was me again motivating my deep down self. You know, things like these have to happen. Everything happens for a reason. Very rare are the cracks which are without setbacks. And this is a well-known admitted fact that had darkness not been there, we would never understand that brightness feels warm. So while I was busy motivating myself, amidst all this, all of a sudden, I exclaimed with joy, "Bravo! I got at least one stanza for my speech." And so, let us return back to that speech, this very draft. Every day edits this draft. Some edits arrive quietly, asking for patience, while some others arrive suddenly, asking for courage. None of them come announced. And somewhere along the way, this draft has learned how to recognize patterns. As in, there are some days that are shaped by the earth, steady, grounded days. Days where responsibilities matter more than temptations. Days where staying, finishing, and holding things together feel more important than a very close yet missed hangout. Then there are some chapters in this draft which are the stubborn child in the class. Chapters which refuse to follow straight routes. Paths bend, plans change, and I guess these are the chapters that inspire us to flow like water, adjusting its shape without losing its direction. And there are some days which are as light as the air. Days which are filled with conversations, playful giggles, maybe friendly ripping, and a lot of annoying questions. Then comes the fire. I did not mean the exams or the marks. Let's avoid them. The fire that comes from within. The fire to trust curiosity more than comfort, just to end up inviting intricate troubles, which could be as silly as jumping into a marshy ground on a heavy lashing rain. But above all this is the sky, the space, the perspectives, a gentle reminder that no chapter is ever final, no genre is permanently fixed, and no decision is ever finalized. But over time, the elements that formed this draft became less important than what happened around. Or if I say it the other way around, a significant amount of this draft was written by stepping into situations and responding to them anyway. The kind that keeps you grounded, but makes sure that you always show up. Eventually, this draft is still learning the kind of story it wants to become. The only thing that this draft knows for certain is that it has never walked alone. This draft was not formed in isolation. It was steadied by the faith people had put into it, by the love and support that carried it long before any acknowledgement ever did. It is edited and being constantly and consistently being edited by misunderstandings that turn out to be lessons, by conversations that matter more than conclusions. And if this draft ever grows, it is because there are hands that will keep supporting it. For this, and for all the chapters that are yet to come, this draft remains deeply grateful. And perhaps all these are the shears that make every unfinished page of this draft feel like a promise, much more than a question. Thank you.